Welcome, everybody. Boom! What's up, people? What's up? Yeah, Connor squeezing the trigger until it clicks, baby. Let's go, people. Episode 43 of the American Idiot Show. We are 9 away from the big year, show. I'm already looking forward to it. I'm scheming. I'm scheming, people.
Oh boy.
Scheming. Big up everybody. Big up everybody inside. Big up everybody watching on playback. Let's say hello to the normal co-host. We got Dal and Connor. Dal, how you doing, brother? You good?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm still pretty pissed off at Arteta's at my football club, but other than that, I'm thinking I'm going to survive. And the Godfather's in the building. What up,
yes.
Jess? No, I'm good, TJ. Happy Friday. Got Monday off. It's Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so I've got a nice 3-day weekend.
There you go. Beautiful. And then Connor's back on the map, people. Connor, you better plug your stuff right now.
Yeah, no, I'm back with my channel. I know you guys already know pretty much. Some people maybe in the chat that don't know, I've brought my channel back. It's underneath my name here. I thought, why not? Everyone's been telling me to do it for months. I thought, let me just do it now. You know, I've sort of got my life in order now where I can now be able to have time to do this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a football channel, but it's not just Arsenal, because I feel like, you know, I'm always going to go on TJ's channel. I'm never going to obviously leave it for my own. That's why I wanted to make it not just Arsenal. I want to make it everything about football in general. So I'm not going to talk Arsenal, because if you hear my opinion twice on Arsenal, it's going to be a bit boring. So do subscribe to me, CMO, my initials. That's just going to be the channel name. I might change it to CMO Sports. I've been a bit here and there of that. I'm thinking about that. But yeah, go subscribe to me on there. And yeah, thanks very much for having me on again, TJ and Dan.
Of course, you're permanent fixtures. And speaking of permanent fixtures, coming over from one of the wildest panels I think I've ever seen, we got
Jez is going to hit a break after that show. Woo!
Jez rejoining it. Jez, have you had a chance to catch your breath?
No. No, that was fun, man. That was fun. Yeah, thanks for having me back on again, man. Yeah, it was a great chat. I didn't want to go into Arsenal too much like tonight. It was just, you know, I'm fed up with Arsenal. I just wanted to get. I thought the other night I'd just get some different clubs up to talk about them, what they're doing, what they're going to. Are they going to buy? Are they going to sell? How they're going to do in their weekend fixtures? Because we're not playing, so we've got a relaxing weekend. But you know, why shouldn't we relax, boys? Because our players are all relaxing in Dubai.
Yeah,
they're having a great time, bigging it up, lovely.
Rewarded for failure, Jess. Rewarded for failure.
Who's feeding the dog?
Cedric is.
Cedric's seen the dog. They left him behind.
Yeah, probably.
They left him behind.
I actually think Arsene Wenger's come back, personally.
All right, guys. Before we get into it, I want to thank everybody that is watching on Jez's stream, the Arsenal history and more. Sorry, I'm out of it today. Thank you so much for simulcasting, Jez. Everybody over there, make sure that you are smashing the likes. Make sure that you are subbing to TJ Warren TV. If you have not already, we are on the road to 700. We're 2 away. I was there yesterday, and then they culled the bots. You know what I mean? So now I'm back down to 698. So go ahead and subscribe if you guys are new. Obviously, big up everybody watching on Jez and mine channel. We are going to get into it here. But let's say hi to people in the chat real quick. We got Hugo in the chat. We got AJ in the chat. Big up every single time. Alexander Steak. Big up Jesse as well. We also got Cyborg Ninja. Big up Cyborg. And then we got Hendon Gooner, the absolute ledge, in the chat as well. And of course, the Assembled's here. That's awesome. And then the always popular Get the Fraud Arteta Out of My Club is here. Big up, you guys. Come on, you Gunners. Absolutely. All right, let's get into it.
You can't miss out Donna, TJ.
Oh, yeah, and Donna Cullen is making excuses for why she can't give me super chats anymore because she spent all of her money on transfers. So, you know, it's just like, Donna, you know, I don't know how I'm going to survive without your super chats. I think I might starve. I will be on the street corner, and it's -5 here in Kansas City. So that's what you're doing to me, Donna. That's what you're doing. Big up Prospera. Big up everybody. Let's get into this, guys, because we had a really good show on Jez's stream. Me, Jez, Lee, and Kenny Ken. We talked about this a little bit, but I wanted to get Connor and Dal's opinion on this. So obviously we talked Arteta into the ground, but you know, a lot of the ops chats, I should say, and all the streams that I've been going on, where I've been getting cooked because Arsenal have 1 win in 7 matches.
Right.
A lot of people are talking about Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli and how much they've fallen off. I blame the manager for 75% of it. That's my take on it. But I want to get your guys' take on it. Is the manager's approach to attacking and how he has constructed this team this season contributed to their bad form? And I want to go to Dal for. Let's just go Dal, Connor, and then Jez on this one. I really wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this.
Yeah, I just don't think he's mixing it up enough. He's not giving them enough opportunities. We know we struggle with the low block. We know we struggle with them getting double teamed. It's up to Arteta to manage the squad, to manage ways and strategies and tactics to win matches. That's the definition of his job. And I agree with you, the 75%. There's something. The same things we talk about Martinelli season after season. Lift your head up. Position yourself differently, right? I think that he's positioned too far to the halfway line that by the time he gets the ball to make a run, he's already caught. Like the defense is already set. So what we were doing last season, we were getting the ball further up the pitch thanks to one Granit Xhaka who would expand the defense more, spread it out. And Martinelli was getting more one-on-ones than he is with one-on-twos now. It's that simple. I mean, it's noticeable. And you got to blame 75% of it on Arteta because we're staking with a 4-3-3 game in, game out. We're getting found out. We've talked about this. Like Jez talked about on his stream with you and Lee. We're getting found out in some of the formations and the way he's got us set up. We've been asking for a 4-2-3-1 for a while, because that would give more stability to the back four. And we could, maybe work something different with Martinelli and Saka. There's ways to coach them out of this lull. I truly believe that. But I don't think Arteta's the guy. I'm absolutely fed up with him at this point. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to hear about him, but I will talk about him. But, I'm like Jez. I'm fed up. Like I see him eating a fucking steak and I just want to shove it down his throat because he's rewarding these players for failure. He's rewarding himself for failure. And so it just pisses me off even more about this Dubai bullshit, and I don't want to steer away from your question too much. So,
no, it's fine. Go.
We're talking about Saka and Martinelli. The form isn't there. They're getting double teamed. They're making lateral passes. Their positioning's not at the right place. Saka's predictable. Martinelli's predictable. The whole fucking thing is predictable. And other YouTubers have said this. This isn't news. This isn't something that's just brand new out of the hat. We've seen this since about week 3.
Yep.
Nottingham Forest, Fulham. I mean, our first game of the season, we drew Forest 1-1. Right? And then we batter a couple teams that we should have, and then all praise goes to Arteta. We get a couple games that go our way. A couple breaks. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
But here we are, 1-7, and he's fucking taking them to Dubai to have gold steak and go play in the sun. He's rewarding them right now for failure.
Yeah.
What did Hendon put in look at what Hendon put in the chat about Brian Clough taking the guys to a military camp in Devon, right? That stuff right there. That's what they need, a good kick up in the ass at a military camp. Not go lounging around, jerking off over in Dubai. I don't know, man. It's just after that shit today. I'm kind of over it. I'm like Jez. I'm absolutely so livid about it. I'm so angry about it. It's hard to even put in words.
Yeah, and in case people didn't know, and I'm not going to bring it up here because I had about 5 or 6 people blowing up my WhatsApp, sending me a GIF of Arteta eating meat out of some guy's hand or being fed. I'm not going to talk about that because it's embarrassing enough. But But Connor, what do you think of this entire
cool.
situation? Do you think Saka and Martinelli have fallen off because of Arteta? And then I see some super chats in here. Big up for everybody in the super chats. I will get to your questions here once we go around once on the panel. And big up everybody watching. Connor, what do you got, man?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you can just see from last season, compare them, Martinelli and Saka, to this season, compare them to last season, it is two different players completely. Especially Martinelli. Martinelli's just fallen off massively. 2 goals this season in all comps, I believe. I think that's correct. Or maybe just the Prem.
Yeah.
But it's bad. In other words, it's bad. Listen, I don't think Liverpool was down to I won't put it down to fully Arteta, because in my opinion, the defending was good. We should have, listen, we won the game in the defence in the beginning of the match. We won the game in the midfield. It was the attack that let us down because they couldn't shoot to save their lives. And at the end of the day, as much as I don't like Arteta and I don't want him to be here, I can't really put that 100% down to him. But things aside, talking about Saka and Martinelli, that is down to Arteta as well. That is down to Arteta. Because look at the difference that they're playing, this season compared to last. It's chalk and cheese. Completely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's down tactic, and that is when I go down to the tactics route, because they are playing completely differently. And they've got no support on the wings. They're all by themselves. Listen, it's difficult to sort of contemplate what a player plays like, but it seems really, especially with Saka, seems really obvious now what he's going to do for Arsenal. Like, really obvious. He's always going to cut inside. He's always going to take on your man. We've got to try something different. And unfortunately, like Jez said, well, as we all know, we've got a week off now. Everyone else some other teams are playing this weekend. Burnley and Luton are playing right now. We've got a week off to collect our thoughts, get together. We could do this in London Colney, but for some reason we've got to go out to Dubai and do it. Don't know why that is. It's a time right now to collect your thoughts, re-establish the team, change up the tactics, and go again come Crystal Palace. But instead, we're going out to restaurants and eating with Salt Bay and getting fed some steaks. It's actually embarrassing. It's actually fully embarrassing. Listen, if we won 7 out of 7, I'd say go for it. Right. You deserve it. You've won 7 out of 7. Go enjoy the trip. You've won 1 out of 7. This is Arsenal Football Club. And you're going off to Dubai to have some steaks with your family. I'm sorry, it's an absolute joke. And no wonder we get embarrassed and taken a piss by rival fans.
Bro.
This is the shit that we have to look at. You keep them in London Colney in cold terrain. How about you fly some of the fans out that have to sit in that stadium and watch that shit and fly them out to Dubai for a week? It's true. What have they done to deserve that? Seriously, the only people that should really be out there is probably Declan Rice and Saliba. Apart from that, they can all stay in London Colney. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I see all these pictures. They're all happy, smiley, all this kind of stuff. This is serious, man. We've won 1 in 7, and people are taking it like it's not that big of a deal because we're only 5 points behind first. That can change so quickly, so quickly. And I'm putting it all. Listen, majority of it this season. Listen, the players aren't playing the way they're performing last season. In my opinion, that's not just a coincidence. You've got to look down to it tactically. Arteta tried to change stuff at the start of the season against Nottingham Forest when he tried to put Partey at right back and play this sort of thing where you got to fit Kai Havertz in. It's a shit show, man. Yeah. Listen, I'm thinking, because in an ideal world, I would really want someone like Hansi Flick to come in as an interim till the end of the season. But
dude, I would want him more than that, but that's just me. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, I'm going to be realistic here. He's here till obviously come, if anything, earliest end of season. So I'm thinking logistically, if I'm Arsenal and I'm the manager of Arsenal and I've only won 1 in my last 7, I'm not taking a trip to Dubai. I'm staying back with the players, mainly the attack actually, and teaching them how to shoot a goal into the back of the net. Because it's just ridiculous. And people are saying, oh, but we can still do our... And don't forget, we're in a transfer window right now. And Edu, who's got nothing to do with the players or training, he's actually gone out to Dubai with them. Yeah. When he's got nothing to do with playing on the pitch. He's got nothing to do with it. And that guy has still gone out to Dubai with the players when he's meant to be doing transfer business. This is Arsenal Football Club right now. It's a joke. We are 12 days into the January transfer window and we've heard nothing. I don't care about links to Onana or this guy from Getafe, Mayoral. We've done no business, in or out. Classic Arsenal. We leave it to the last minute. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm actually really pissed off that they've gone out to Dubai. It feels like a bit of like a slap in the face towards the fans. It really does. It's a disgrace. So I'm going on a bit of a rant there. But to answer your question, TJ, I do believe that what's happening with Martinelli and Saka is down to the tactics.
Yeah.
And this is now a time to fix that. But instead, we're off sunbathing. And listen, I know it's all well and good they're training out there in hot conditions, but it's not like when they get back here, it's going to be 35 degrees, is it? They're going to be back in 4-degree weather. Who gives a shit if they're in hot terrain? Train back here in London Colney. It is what it is. If you want a nice night out, go to Nando's for a night or something instead of going and eating steaks. Why does this thing come up, man, while I'm mid-rant? That's what I mean. So, listen, I'm pissed, and I think we're going to get a draw against Palace because nothing's going to change. I don't see this manager changing anything. Not by the looks and standards of it. So that's my opinion, man.
No, I agree. I agree with you. And I'm going to have Jez answer this super chat once we just say hi. Big up everybody in the chat, by the way. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure that you are subscribing to the Arsenal History and More. Make sure you are subscribing to Connor's YouTube channel and Oregon Goons YouTube channel. They are all in the description. Jez, I'm going to leave this one to you. Do you think Arteta's reached his coaching ceiling? I can't accept the current form and style of play. What do you think, Jez?
He lost it a long time ago, man. He lost it at the end of last season. He's just a confused man now. He doesn't know what to do. He's grasping at straws. He tried to mix it up at the start of the season, failed. And as Connor's just said, he's a lost man. He's trying to win back his players by taking on this pathetic waste of time trip to Dubai. And I said in the show I did an hour ago, right? When the Cronkies were at the Emirates at the weekend, they weren't saying to Arteta and Edu and all those waste of spaces, go over to Dubai. Look, we'll pick up the tab. Don't worry about it. Just go and stay at the best hotels, the Burj Al Arab, and all this bullshit, and eat all these salt steaks and everything. Oh, and take your girlfriend with you. Take your wife. Yeah, have a great time. Go on yachts. Oh, I'm going to have a walk around the course with Rory McIlroy, Declan Rice. Yeah, have a great time. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Wankers. Absolute wankers. It's the fans that are paying for that. And I swear, I'll tell you now, if I was a season ticket owner today, right now, I'd be seriously pissed.
I would be too, yeah.
I'd be seriously angry because the Cronkies aren't paying for that. It's the match day fans that go home and away that are paying for that.
Yep.
You're not telling me that Josh Kroenke, Stan Kroenke are out there, saying, don't worry about it, boys. We'll just put it on our just put it on the account. Don't worry about spending £1 million. That's fine. Yeah. Edu, go out on your bloody jet skis. Yeah, go and suck your daughter's toes again. Have a good time. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, eat steak out of some shitty person's hand. Fantastic. Well done. Yeah. Cut the bastard fingers off. It's a bloody disgrace, man. It's a disgrace. And
Would George Graham have done this, Jez? Would George Graham have done this?
Sorry?
Would George Graham have done this? No.
George Graham, man. George Graham right now, if that was George Graham, he would have them walking up and down Ben Bloody Nevis in the snow in Scotland.
Yep.
Yeah. He would have them picking up rocks, walking up and down Ben Nevis. Yeah. Yep. To give them proper training because these are little pussy boys. They're soft little boys. And they need a sharp shock. Yeah. They need a bloody good kick up the arse. And I said, they shouldn't be in Dubai. They should be in a bloody gulag out in Siberia smashing rocks in -30 temperatures. That's what they should be doing and having a bloody hard time of it and eating grog, not eating top steaks and living in lovely hotels with their girlfriend, right? They should be having a bloody hard time because they're a bunch of absolute useless dross. And Arteta is the blame because all he's looking for, is to get back in with his team Oh, well, let's all be friendly. Oh, well, let's all be nice. Yeah. Because that guy is not going to last. I'll tell you now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
big up, Jez. That was the rants that just came from these two were legendary. I might have to bookmark those. That was fucking incredible. Big up, Bobby K. Big up, everybody inside. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for sending me that video, Cubed. Really made my day. Yeah.
Steaks to fry.
Here's the thing that's absolutely incredible. Is like, what was the most embarrassing thing that had happened before I got that video sent to me today? Oh yeah, it was Timo Werner going to Spurs on loan. I thought that was the most embarrassing thing that was going to be happening to a Premier League team. But then no, Arsenal have to re-up and have Salt Bay feeding Arteta steaks at some bistro in fucking Dubai. I cannot believe this club. I cannot believe it. It is peak. It's unbelievable.
Here's the thing. Is Timo Werner better than Eddie Nketiah?
Probably.
Yes. Is Timo Werner probably in better form right now than Jesus? Yes.
No. I wouldn't put that far.
I'm not putting Timo Werner above anybody, but I will put him above Eddie Nketiah.
I mean, I've heard a bit of enough of Timo Werner today because I've actually, unfortunately, had to have a debate with someone, not naming names, who for some reason thinks that Werner's a better winger than Saka. But hey, that's just the Spurs mentality, isn't it? But it is what it is. But I'm done with that guy. I mean, some of the shit I'm hearing about he's going to do this, he's going to do that under Ange. Do you know what? Some of the things I'm hearing about Ange Postecoglou is like what I heard about Top Gooners when Arteta first joined. Like he's the Messiah.
Right.
There's no one else. This is the guy. You know, back him or leave you out. All this kind of stuff. I swear to God, and it will. And listen, it will. And do whatever you want with this. Once it goes tits up at Tottenham, right? I'm there, and I will be there. First thing, back the manager. This is Postecoglou. This is the best thing ever. He's the Messiah. If you don't like Postecoglou, you can jog off down to Arsenal, mate. I'm on it, absolutely on it. Oh yeah, trust me. Yeah, trust me, Bobby K. Yeah, I've had to deal with some dross today, man. Honestly,
bro. Yeah. Werner better than Saka. Yeah, that was what I saw. But big up, Chaitanya call. Sorry if I screwed that up. For the super chat, we really appreciate it here. Oh man, this is a good question that I highlighted earlier. What do American fans think of Kroenke? I would like to know. Dal, you go first and then I'll go because my opinion on them is changing by with every loss. So
my only thing with the Kroenkes is that they've given Arteta a checkbook. And that's I truly believe you can't say Arteta hasn't been backed financially.
You can't.
I mean, so and from my point of view, TJ, I know you've got a bigger history with Kroenkes. You know, you've lived in the city. You know more about what they're about as a culture and their ownership and so forth.
Yeah.
So my big thing is that if we have the right manager asking for the right amount of money because they've identified the right players. Arteta and Edu I will stand by this. They don't know the European market. Edu may know South America as much as he thinks he does, but we're getting beat by Brazilians, by Nottingham Forest, and by Real Madrid, and by Chelsea. Those three teams, I think, have recruited some top Brazilian talent over the last couple seasons. And I don't have any confidence in Edu just as much as any confidence in Arteta. But I do have confidence in the ownership because they have the Denver Nuggets who've won a title, the Avalanche who've won a title. What's the big one I'm missing? The LA Rams, NFL team have won a title.
The Colorado Mammoth won a title.
Colorado Mammoth. I don't know who that is, but shout out to Colorado
Lacrosse.
Mammoth. Lacrosse. Okay, well, there you go. See, and so I know the Kroenkes want to win, and I know that they know winning brings value, and that's all they are. It's a business. It brings value, but I still think that Arteta snaked his way into the job because of the whole Unai Emery letting him go debacle, right? Arteta, I think, his agent got a hold of them. And I said this before. I don't want to, beat a dead horse. I think they just got in touch with the Kroenkes, and they were holding the Kroenkes' hand along the way. But it's been so long now. It's like you would think the ownership group would be like, well, let's see, 16 trophy opportunities. We've basically lost 15. The report card that we've seen on Twitter is enough. When you put it on paper, any businessman like Jez knows, when you see accomplishments on paper or failures on paper, it's record. It's
Yeah.
for record. It's documented record, right? So with just that alone is a fireable offense. And I don't know if there's an emotional friendship connection with Arteta and Josh, because I think that's what's keeping him in the job. Because let's be real, guys, any other manager in the Premier League would be fired for that record. I mean, that's just like incredible. 16 opportunities and failed at 15 at Carabao Cups, Sporting Lisbon. I mean, the list went on and on. And to me, that list was just completely eye-opening. Like that, there's like physical evidence that he should be fired. And so the Crockies need to do what they need to do. They need to let him go. They need to let, well, Vinay's gone. They need a director of football who can identify a top manager and spend some more money, because we're still not there. They're going to have to spend more money. And I hope they spend 100 to 150 million this month, but I know it's not going to happen because, like Connor said, we're already 12 fucking days in the window and not a peep. Not a peep. Yeah. Onana, big whoop. I don't think Onana's that good.
Well, no, and I've been saying
money's better.
I've been saying why are we not looking at Paulinho? But that isn't even getting brought up either. Oh, he's too old. No, I was listening to Troops and Dan Potts earlier. Big up to both of them. Yeah, Troops brought up a really interesting stat that I didn't even think of or know. You know that this manager has spent more in his 4.5 years at Arsenal than Wenger did during his entire stay? What?
I doubt it. Well, I mean, you got to figure some of the top players at the time were $10 or $12 million. I mean,
even with it, even adjusted for inflation, you also got to think at how bad we are at selling players too. I mean, here's another good big piece of trivia, and I don't stop me if I've asked this panel this before. Who's our biggest outgoing transfer ever? Can anybody say?
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yeah. Even more than Anelka adjusted.
Oh yeah.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, bro. What? That's insane to me.
I didn't even think he played.
He's never made profit. The last time we made profit on a signing, or in a window, sorry, I believe was the 15-16 season. No, tell a lie, it was the 17-18 season. So we sold Oxlade-Chamberlain for £38 million. Alexis Sanchez went that season for 34. Theo Walcott went for 22. Chesney. We got rid of a lot of players that year. Yeah, we haven't done good business. Well, let's put it this way: we haven't done good business since Edu's been here. Simple as that.
Yeah,
that's the reason we haven't done.
100%. Yes, Indian Gooner. This is a simulcast. You are on Jez's stream. We are streaming from TJ Warren TV, but Jez is nice enough to simulcast. So yes, this is a simulcast. That's why you're not seeing all of the comments in there.
TJ, I mean, as long as the Crockies are giving my beloved club money that it needs to win, that's all I care about.
What'd you say, Jess?
I can take that off if you want.
No, go for it. No. Keep it up. No, I appreciate you doing that because you're getting my channel out to more people. So I appreciate that, bro.
I just want them to spend the money on Arsenal. And I mean, I'm not a Rams fan. I'm not an Avalanche.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm an Avalanche fan, but I don't care about the Rams.
Yeah, I just want them to do what's best for Arsenal. You buy the club, make it a winner. That's all I really can say to that.
Yep.
No, that's 100% correct. Big up. And Indian Gunner says, "Why do you look so high and spirited and chirpy when Jacob isn't around?" Yeah, because I don't have to compete and try to yell over Jacob. That's why. I'm having a great time here. I'm having a fantastic time. By the way, you will be redirected after this stream to Staffy TV for Jacob and Staffy's Man United and Tottenham preview. And we will be doing a watch along on this channel for Man United Spurs. And we're going to call it a We Don't Get Along watch along. So we're just going to, it's one of those things where we got to do a watch along for the teams that I hate the most. So we're just literally going to sit here and banter them the entire time. So yeah. That's really it. And then the last one that I got highlighted, keep getting your questions in, people. Big up, lads. Is it me or does Oregon Gooner look like the dad from Home Alone?
He was a successful actor, if I remember.
Yeah, no. He passed away recently.
Did he really? Oh, no. If I get those royalty checks, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, no. Send some of those royalty checks.
Home Alone. Jesus, I've never.
That's so funny, bro. That is so funny.
Hold on.
Fair play.
Oh my goodness! Hold on one second. Let me see what we got here.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no, exactly. See?
Jesus, I don't look anything like that guy. Come on.
This is Dow in about 30 years' time.
I'm gonna say that's Connor in 35 years.
Dude, that's me. That's me in 4 weeks if we continue this this form that we're on, bro.
My birthday's a couple weeks away, so
20. You're finally turning 25.
double that.
Double that.
The big 5-0?
Big 5-0.
Oh,
Really? Congratulations, bro.
yeah, man,
Thanks,
you made
Jess.
it.
Congratulate me when it comes. I hope I live to see it by the 23rd.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be in for another 30. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
What are you
thank
doing
you.
for it, Dow? What are you doing for it?
Yeah, what are you
I'm
doing
going to the A Casino Tuesday night to eat at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse.
Oh, that's good. That's
There's
good.
a casino up in Ridgefield, Washington. It's about an hour drive north of Portland into Washington State. And they have a massive, beautiful casino out there.
Oh, that's
And,
very good.
Michael Jordan Steakhouse, man. Never been, so looking forward to it. Just me and the
You,
wife.
you guys in the
You
States,
know.
you got to drive out, didn't you?
Well, it's like, the casinos are on, Native American reservations out here, Jez. So the Native American tribes get like 85% of the money that come out of the casinos, because in some states, unlike Nevada or even New Jersey, I think gambling's illegal.
Yeah.
You can have like lotteries that are like slot machines, but it's all part of like the Oregon lottery and the California lottery.
You don't give a shit about driving an hour.
Yeah, 45 minutes of a main freeway. Yeah, it's just that far away. To go
We're
to a
just
casino-
spread out, Jez. Everything is
Yeah,
spread
it's
out
all
out
spread
here.
I mean, Connor will agree with me. Connor will agree with me on this. We moan about driving 15 minutes to in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what? Like, I've got to drive there.
Well,
Oh.
15 minutes to a restaurant's a freaking gift.
Oh, God. There's 15 minutes driving to gas out here. Like where I live is a suburb of Portland. I don't get too much into it, but yeah, you got to drive pretty much everywhere. There's public bus, but that's like on the main road, which from where I live, you got to go 3 or 4 miles down to. So,
Damn.
I live out
No
here, kind
thanks.
of in a rural area a little bit.
No thanks. Oh, Luton's
This is off topic.
California's.
Yeah.
Totally off topic. Totally off topic. Have you, TJ, Oregon? Have you ever been on one of them? Oh, Christ, I had the name of it there. Oh God, them buses go across the states.
Oh, Greyhound.
Greyhounds. that's it.
Greyhound.
You ever been on one of them?
No, I haven't.
No.
What about you?
Oh, them things.
A buddy of mine moved from Portland to West Virginia, which is clear across, like further away than TJ is, like pretty much East Coast. And I flew to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, went to Morgantown, West Virginia, and then drove all the way back to Portland, Oregon, which took about 4 days.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
Really
that was
wild.
beautiful. Yeah, that was fun. That was with a good
I've
friend
just
of mine
heard
back in
of
2007.
the walks of life that you run into on those buses is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, right. That's like the cheap transportation, Jazz. Like you can get from point A to point B pretty easily. Those buses haul ass and they're usually full. And it's just cheap transportation. But yeah, my dad's taken it before. He's told me stories of taking it when he used to live in Texas and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, but it's not as common now
Yeah.
as it was back in like the
The only
70s.
reason I ask, one of my favourite films is that one, Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Automobiles.
Steve Martin, and they go on that
Classic.
Greyhound bus.
Right.
I was like watching it. I thought, well, how true is that?
It's
And
pretty true. It's
people like they've got their couple making out. You've got kids walking up and running up and down, thinking,
Right.
"What? That's the worst nightmare, isn't it?" Jesus.
Yeah, but back then that's a movie I think from the 80s, and that was very true back then. That was just a real cheap way of people getting around. Now I think a lot of the Greyhound buses don't even run on gas, to be honest. I think they're all electric.
Yeah.
But it's like if you can't afford a car or a plane, there's no other way to get around if there's no train.
It's true.
How do
Wake
I
up,
ask-
everybody. Big up everybody inside. No, I love that. You guys can ask all the questions you want if you're curious about this American culture we have over here. It's definitely interesting compared to what you guys got over there. Indian Gooder says, TJ, I searched TJ Warren on YouTube and it took me to some TJ Warren basketball players channel. Yeah, TJ Warren is he's an NBA basketball player too. I've known about this since he played at North Carolina State. So yeah, no, that's not new. TJ T.J. Warren. If you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, I appreciate it. Yes, Jacob, thank you for asking.
Do you know what? I've just watched that. What Jacob just said. I've just literally just watched that just now, and I'm actually so pissed off.
No, God, here we go.
He looks so entitled to be there, like he's just won the league title or something. Sitting back, chilling. You know, I'm not managing one of the top 3 clubs in England. It's all right. Let me just chill out here. You know, let's just take a break. Like, fucking hell, is this going to be the standards now? Every time we have a poor run of form, let's all fly out to Dubai or the Bahamas or the Maldives. You know, let's rent out the whole island. Instead of actually doing business, instead of spending money on doing transfer business or doing something to help around the club, or maybe doing something to help out fans, let's spend that on an all-inclusive holiday to Dubai. Like, it just you don't. Who else is doing that? Who's off this week? You know. No other clubs are doing this right now. It's only Arsenal.
Well, you know, you got Liverpool. Oh, wait, they have matches to play. You got Chelsea. Oh, wait, they also have matches to play. Chelsea played the early game tomorrow, and they lost to Middlesbrough, which is hilarious. But they still have games to play.
I want to bring up something real quick, right? And I've brought this up before on your channel before, TJ. And this is about the Arsenal youngsters, you know, the youth coming through the systems, right?
Yeah.
Now, I saw a stat the other day, and it was in the FA Cup. And listen, fair play. I believe we had Liverpool, but then again, I look at it. Liverpool brought on youngsters as well, and that Conor Bradley kid actually done very well. This is really annoying me, and coming to a point now where it's really annoying me of Arteta. You look back to the likes of the PSV game where we had options to actually show off some of our talent and, you know, see what they can do. It feels like ever since Unai Emery left, these youngsters that we've got in the academy never seem to get a chance in the first team. And listen, I'm not saying just throw them in randomly, but I want to see what we've got to work with. You know, Saka came through the academy and got into the first team, got tried out by Unai Emery, and he's here where he is today. You know, Joe Willock is now doing very well at Newcastle because of through Unai Emery. You know, I know he came through a bit from Wenger, but he really made his name in coming through with Unai Emery. The same really with Smith Rowe when he came back from his loan spell of Leipzig. You know, so these players really made it coming through the academy. We haven't seen one academy kid play for Arsenal in a decent game just to see what they can do, even if it's just a free hit game like the PSV game, where it was practically a friendly. We haven't seen one of them. The only time we've seen it is Wanyeri because he came on for a world record to break because the manager needed to have that in his CV. Oh, I've got the youngest player to ever come on a Premier League stage. In the FA Cup games, we were the only top 6 side to not have a single youngster appear on the pitch. Tottenham did it, Chelsea did it, City did it, Liverpool did it. Who am I missing? Man United did it, but we didn't.
Yeah.
The only team, and I swear to God, I think Arteta this is another problem he has. I don't want to touch the academy. They're just sort of on the bench warmers, aren't they? And listen, I'm not making a rant here to say I want to see the academy every single game. But you've got them there. We don't need to play Cedric in these type of games when there's games where we need to play Cedric. We don't need him. I want to see what we've got coming through. Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers, if not the best manager currently in this league, is trusting 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds in the first team. That Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis. He's trusting these kids to come in and actually do a job, and they're actually doing very well.
They're actual ballers, though. That's
Rico Lewis is now a main staple in the Manchester City team, and he's 19. He's younger than me.
He's a baller.
And he's getting given a chance. This manager is not giving any of these academy kids a shot. And I feel bad for them because they've got to work hard to try and make a name for themselves, but they're stuck down there not being able to make a chance for themselves.
Well, I want to maybe ask everybody. Maybe I want to ask everybody because me and Jez, let's go to Jez first, and then we'll go to Dal. Go to Dal about this because Jez, you and I talked about this with Lee and Kenny Ken the other day. We talked about the ability of managers like Klopp and managers like Guardiola to actually have a game plan that facilitates plugging in youth players in games where maybe the stakes aren't that high, or maybe maybe they don't think that maybe they think that they can make a difference or they can at least hold their own. I think it's a lack. I don't think Arteta rates these kids. I don't think Arteta trusts his own game plan enough to put those kids out there. That was my thought. But Jez, what do you think?
Well, you've got it nailed on the head, man. It's announced today that Marquinhos is coming back from loan. Why? Why? What's the point?
Fact.
What's he going to do?
Fact. I didn't hear that. Wow.
He won't appear. He will sit on that bench. Yeah. And as a good advertisement. Why are we not bringing back TJ, Connor, Oregon? Why are we not bringing back a seasoned footballer like Tierney? A player we could actually utilise as a seasoned professional.
Right.
Somebody we need, proper international, dare I say it, international footballer at left back. No. Why? Because Arteta doesn't rate him. And that proves to me the inability and the absolute arrogance, stupidity of this manager. When you have seasoned people, right, in the club, utilise them. We're paying his wages. Yeah. Now, the fact is, TJ, you have to come to a point in time, as we discussed the other night, where enough is enough. People are talking about, there's nonsensical comments. I watched shows last night where give him this, give him that. No, time is done. That's enough. Enough is enough.
Yep.
Facts.
It's time to walk away and say, you had your time, you failed. And picking up on a couple of comments that coming in your chat, very, very relevant comments. In your job, TJ, Oregon, Connor, don't know what jobs you do. If you fail, do you get applauded or rewarded for failure?
Nope.
That's a big no.
Pretty much, you get a verbal, written warning, whatever, and then you're sacked. It doesn't happen at Arsenal Football Club. And that is the problem. We're too nice, we're too easy, and we accept failure. And when you accept failure in top elite sport, as you were alluding to in your comment the other night and tonight, yeah, then that's acceptable. You cannot win when you accept failure, people.
Culture.
Culture.
And
yeah.
Last night, I watched a show. Not to name it. Ex-Arsenal footballer on it. Right? I never rated him. Never liked him. Didn't think he was that great. And he's a pundit now that goes on a certain show because that particular footballer disappeared into mediocrity and was resurrected out of mediocrity because of a certain radio channel, and now he's on a certain channel. The guy's a clown. He's a clown. He talks absolute bollocks. All he can do is shout. He can't. Anybody comes to him with facts, real, true facts, right? He can't handle it. He has got to be one of the worst podcasters for a professional footballer I've ever seen in my life.
Are the initials KC?
That could be the one. Could be the one.
But you're right, though. I think he was very average, just like Arteta's very average, and he's average for this job. It's a travesty, Jez. It's a travesty that we're going through this right now because it marks that last season was really just a flash in the pan. It was really just kind of like almost a Christmas miracle that we had this season, that we did last season, because all of the indicators this season tell us that last season was a fluke. And the introduction of Kai Havertz, the introduction of David Raya, the introduction of completely having a stagnated formation and attack in a 4-3-3, which I don't think is suitable to the players that we have available week in and week out. And now we're looking at Onana, probably to replace Thomas Partey. I would be surprised if the Onana transfer doesn't go all the way to the end of the month, and then we make a switch to Thomas Partey. All of a sudden, he's at Juve.
I just
and again, like Connor hit the nail on the head before. Here we are, January 12th, and nothing. If we wanted Tony so bad, why didn't we sign him when he was sitting around, training at home?
Yep.
Would that be considered tapping up? Were we not allowed to do
He was
that?
never a legend, Neil. I'm sorry, mate. That guy was never a legend at Arsenal.
yeah.
A legend. He was a
I
bang
agree with Jazz
average,
on that one.
bang average footballer, but was never a legend, my friend. Sorry, but he was never.
The buy stuff, man. It's Arteta rewarding failure, and that's bled into the culture of the club now. Like Jez was even saying, it's not. It's kind of those things where you just accept it. I think you hit on that too, TJ. Is that it's kind of like, oh, Arsenal will finish 4th or 5th. It's accepted. And some people want to blame Wenger for that mentality, and I can kind of get that to a point. But we're long past Wenger now. I mean,
Next.
here we are with 6 years without him. 2018, I think, was his last year, if I remember correctly.
Oregon. I was having a debate the other night, right?
Yeah.
Mates, friends I talked to, yeah. And they actually said to me, at this point in time, with what's going on at the club, with these idiots sat out in Dubai, what do you think Wenger would do? And I said, well, he'd get them actually playing football with what dross we've got. He'd get them playing. He would not have bottled last season.
Right.
And he would not have got us kicked out of, the FA Cups and the rounds we had. I'm not saying we'd have gone on to win them, right? And I'm just going to put this out there, right? When everybody was calling Wenger out, right? I wasn't one of them, because one of the things I said when I still was I had a season ticket, I was saying to people, be bloody careful for what you wish for.
Yep.
And look at what we've got.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a proper manager in Unai Emery, but unfortunately, that guy got abused by a certain big channel. The fact of his lack of the English language, which is bullshit. There's been many, many managers in in the Premier League haven't been totally fluent with the English language that have gone on to greatness. Allegri wasn't fluent. Achieved greatness.
Ancelotti too doesn't speak.
Ancelotti, yeah. And that was a pure shit show with Emery. Look what he's doing at Villa.
Yep. Yeah, because he knows how to identify talent.
Has he got a
better
team? Has he got a better team than Arteta?
Yes.
I think there's definitely individual. I wouldn't say. I think individual aspects. You can definitely take Aston Villa players out of that team and put them in Arsenal. It would improve aspects of the team.
A team aspect. A team. Is that team better than our team? Yeah, you're right. There's individual players that are different.
Me personally, I wouldn't say fully, but there's definitely individuals you can take out of there and put in our squad to make our.
Well, no, I mean, I think if you here's the thing: is if you did a combined 11 with Aston Villa on like quality alone, name recognition alone, we would probably get more of them. But in terms of a team in the true sense of the word, Aston Villa is bang better than us.
Oh yeah, currently, yeah,
they're better than us.
They proved it.
Yeah. Well, they've been beating. Haven't they beaten pretty much everybody in the Big Six?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Connor.
See you, Connor.
No, I think they work. They're obviously they work better as a team. They move better. They move the ball better as a unit. They defend better. They have a manager that has actual tactics that can change up the game. He doesn't need 46 defensive formations. I mean, but Rice is better than Kamara, right? But is Rice better than Douglas Luiz? I don't know. I really don't know. There's some people who say, Devious, you're freaking crazy. Rice is miles better than Douglas Luiz. But is he really? I mean, what do you think, Connor? Do you think Douglas Luiz is as good as Rice or better?
Listen, I wouldn't say no to Douglas Luiz coming to Arsenal, but I'm going to be so honest. Listen, he's having a good season, but listen, this might be a completely like I might get ridiculed in the comments now, but I don't think he's actually as good as people make him out to be. I'd rather have a Paulinho to come in. I don't think he's like that type of quality of CDM that I really think we're going to look for. Listen, that's not just me being Arsenal biased here, but when we saw Declan Rice, I knew he was the guy. And I'm not saying he's the best DM in the league because he's not. There's definitely ones that are above him, like Rodri, for example. But yeah, no. Listen, don't get me wrong. Listen, it's shown that this season currently that Aston Villa are on an absolute mad one. And Unai Emery's managing them to practically perfection right now. I believe they're going to win against Everton. I believe is coming up. I think they're going to win that one. He's got them going. And the funny thing is, he's only been in that job a year and a half, and he's already got them in a title race.
Right, and they're names that they're not big European names like we have. Havertz, as much as he's still a big European name. Odegaard's a big.
Some of the business that he's done, he brought in Moussa Diaby, he brought in Emi Martin. No, did he bring in? He brought in Emi Martin. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, it was your man before.
Dean Clark.
It was Dean Lewis. Dean Lewis. I think it was him. I can't remember. Someone remind me. But he's brought in some good signings overall, and I think he brought in Diego Carlos. He brought in
Diego Carlos was someone we were after.
He brought in, I was a fan of Yuri Tielemans. I thought Yuri Tielemans was doing the right job. He brought in Yuri Tielemans. Listen, what I'm trying to say is he's doing a good job. And the funny thing, the thing I find funny is people, and this is what I don't understand. People were so avid and so quick to and listen. I'm saying it here and now. I wasn't one of the people that wanted Emery to leave after the Frankfurt game. I was actually one of them ones that was like trust the process, because we actually had an experienced manager. Wenger just left. We were in a European final the season before that. We were in a final with Arteta the first season, right? People seem to just forget that. Yes, we got absolutely slapped by Chelsea. I understand that. It was an awful game out in Baku, right? But we had an experienced manager, a winner as well. And I thought, let him have some time, right? Like we've given this guy some time. I don't understand how people were so quick. And it's the people I'm talking about here are the people that are backing Arteta till the end. Because there are individuals who are doing that, who I've seen, who criticise Unai Emery left, right and centre, but can't criticise Arteta because you've got to give him time. Mm-hmm. You gave Emery no time. If Emery had the money that Arteta has today, we have a better squad.
I can agree with that.
It's not even a thing of like, but you don't know for sure. We would have a better squad, and I guarantee we would have won more silverware by now. I bet you we would have won the Europa League at least a couple of times, maybe once.
Right? He was expert in it.
We were in the Europa League twice, 3 times with Mikel Arteta so far, and he hasn't won it at all. So listen, the proof's in the pudding. This guy has. This is what happens, and the point I'm trying to get is that you gave Emery. You're like, as soon as it hit Frankfurt, bang, gone. See you later. We don't want you here anymore. Done. Yeah. I've had enough of you. But why did you give Arteta so much time? This is what I don't understand. I do not understand it. The only difference that Arteta has to Emery is that he won us a trophy. But it was an FA Cup. Fair enough. FA Cup, I love the FA Cups. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But what's the difference? Because we were technically in the process of Unai Emery. It was a new manager. We had the manager we had before. We had for how many odd years? How many decades? So it's a new process. It's a new project. Why were you so quick to get rid of Emery? But Arteta is, you got to give him time. It's a process. It's Project Youth. It's this, it's that. That's the question.
I was thinking one thing before we go to Jez, TJ.
Go for it.
I want to say is that Man United wrote the blueprint on what not to do after you fire a legacy manager, right? And what happened? We followed that playbook to a T. And where's United now, right?
Yeah.
But United have a trophy, right? They've got a Caribou Cup. They've got a UEFA trophy.
Europa
You know, and so it's like you would think that you would go from the professor to someone who is, again, knowledgeable in the game, professor-like in the game, which was Unai Emery, right? To me, he was that enigma who got something out of Neymar, who coaching at PSG, coaching Villarreal, coaching Sevilla. He's built a pedigree. He's built a catalog of winning and of losing too. I mean, all managers, I think Unai Emery is one of those type of managers where he loses and he learns, right? Where Arteta's sort of a loser. Oh, I'm going to go take off with win and go to Dubai and freshen up. Or he won't look internally enough to understand why they really lost, because he'll put just all of the crap back on the players, right? We've seen it. We've seen him talk to him in the way he interacts with the media and interacts with some of the players, and the way he's treated them, the way he's abused basically Zinchenko and Jesus after the West Ham game, And I guess my point I'm getting to is that Man United went from, Alex Ferguson to David Moyes, which I thought was a decent appointment at the time. And of course there was better, but it was sort of that Scotsman to Scotsman thing. I think Ferguson and the United ownership are looking to have that same sort of work ethic that Sir Alex had, that hopefully David Moyes would get, and get out of the players. That sort of the dominance, the mentality. And so when that didn't happen, they started grasping at straws, right? Van Gaal, and that didn't work. And then they started with Mourinho, and that didn't work. And that's where the path I don't want us to lead down is that Unai Emery didn't work. Arteta, we still don't know, but they keep giving him chance after chance. So there comes a point where it's like we've seen teams switch managers all the time and win. Chelsea, I mean, look at them since 2010, or since 2008 or so. They've had how many managers? Like 12? But look, they've actually won trophies from it. But I don't know, you guys, and I want to ask you guys in the chat, and I mean in the panel too, of course, that would switching manager every couple years bring us success? Or do you guys really want someone that will go another 20 years?
What do you got, Jez?
What do I say? At the end of the day, I'm just disillusioned all the time now. It's just the same old, and it becomes TJ boring.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm actually quite relieved. Excuse me. We're not playing this weekend.
Oh, me too.
Because I haven't got to sit here and think what crap is going to turn up this weekend, because it does become very, very boring. And I have no faith at all in Edu, Arteta, the team. And that's sad to say that.
Mm-hmm.
The board is a bloody disgrace. And I'm just looking forward, guys, to this weekend of watching other football. And I have to say, am I convinced? Am I convinced that we're going to have a good game against Palace? I don't know. After the fact, they've had a great time out in Dubai. Yeah, have a great time, boys. Yeah, have a lovely time. But that, to me, is the whole wrong philosophy at this football club. And I've had enough of it. Seriously, I haven't had enough of it. I've watched this club in greatness. I've watched this club in the very bad times, but I won't blame the players. We had management that was okay, but we had a poor setup. What we've got now, it's all happy, nice. Oh, let's buy a dog. Who's feeding the dog? I don't know.
We all agreed it's definitely Cedric.
Yeah, and it's a shit show, man. Seriously, and for a football club of our stature, right, to be in this situation and looking, looking, rumor, alert. Yeah, looking to buy another Chelsea reject, Cucurella. Wow. Okay. that shows ambition. That really shows ambition from this club. And looking to buy this Mayer.
Who?
Do you know from Genoa? Yeah.
Oh, from Getafe, the striker.
Getafe. I beg your pardon.
Hey, no, but Jez, he actually scores goals, so he might actually do something. Who knows?
Really?
That's not the levels. That's not the levels that we should be
Not
looking
the
for.
levels. I know it's not the
Do you know
levels.
listen, he can be. Listen, he may be the second top goal scorer in Spain. He's currently the second top goal scorer in Spain, right? And he's behind Jude Bellingham. So I'm not writing him off for being a bad striker. But it really gives me Lucas Perez vibes. Do you remember Lucas Perez?
Yeah.
That's what it really gives me. You know, if you want to be in a top elite club, you can't be going for these types of players. You know, let's hit and hope. We don't go for someone like a Dominic Solanke. If you want to go for Ollie Watkins, whose contract's also running out, go for Ollie Watkins. You know, get someone in who's proven that they can do it instead of taking punts and risks and all this type of shit. And you got to look at it in hindsight. We're not. This is what blows my mind, right? Crystal Palace are literally crying for Nketiah like it's Ian Wright regen. Literally like it's an Ian Wright regen. He's not. That's what they're making it out to be. £30 million, I hear they're offering. And we're not even putting down a bid and saying, yeah, let's take it. We're keeping this guy. This is the levels at this club.
Wants him, man. The fact you got to remember, Connor, he's a yes man. Yep. All Arteta wants is yes men. Look at all the players that have gone.
Yeah,
because they stood up to him. Aubameyang stood up to him. He got outed, right? Training your own, train across the road at a different bloody training ground. Yeah?
Yeah.
Arteta is the most arrogant arsewipe in football. If you don't go along with him, you're out. He did it with Lacazette. Lacazette wasn't great. I'll get that. I'll go with it. Aubameyang won him the FA Cup.
Yep. Fact.
Yes. Fact.
It was a top European striker in all the European leagues.
We haven't replaced any of them players.
Yep.
Right? So, you know, Ozil, right, he had to go. I haven't got a problem with that because the guy became too arrogant and nobody could have handled him at that point in his career. He was just a bloody idiot. Right? But the fact is, this manager is just an absolute arrogant, stupid prick. And he will be the downfall of Arsenal Football Club. And he is already damn near there. Jesus, great player, but he's not a goal scorer. And he plays him in the wrong position. At Man City, he played on the left or the right wing. No, he plays him at 9. Wrong position. Why not? Why not put Martinelli? Unai Emery had him at 9. And he scored 10 goals in 12 sodding games. But we still have Nketiah, who cannot score a goal away from home for a year.
Yeah.
If West Ham want him, good luck, take him. The guy is an absolute waste of space. He is always in the wrong position. And I'm not blaming him necessarily. I'm blaming Arteta. I'm blaming Arteta's tactics because that is what he is told to do.
Yep.
Facts. No, I agree.
Because you'll get benched if you don't follow directions, Jez. Like he did it with Jez, like Jesus and Zinchenko after West Ham. You don't follow instructions. You don't play well. You're benched.
A year, Arsenal Manic. A fucking year.
Speaking of Ozil, let's be honest. He never wanted to come to Arsenal. He was assisting Ronaldo like it was butter before he came to Arsenal. And Ronaldo's been quoted as saying that Ozil was one of the best midfielders he's ever played with. Ozil had one great season with us, and I thought it was absolute dog shit after that, to be honest.
He was.
Yeah, Jess is right. The ego was there, but he never wanted to come to Arsenal. He was well set in at Real Madrid. But we got him for 42 mil for a steal. I was happy as hell. but I never thought once that he really wanted to wear the badge. I always felt that he was just, another Real Madrid cast-off that they could just get some money for. To be honest,
Yeah.
that's what hurts me. Even with Jez is saying what he said, it hurts me a lot too because on some players, because I just know they don't want to be here. I just know they don't want to be here. You know what I mean? And I know some players are looking at our club as a stepping stone club to get somewhere else. If I perform well at Arsenal, I'm going to go to Barcelona or Inter, AC Milan or Bayern Munich. And I felt like Arsenal a long time that Arsenal is just a stepping stone club for players to find bigger and better homes and to go win trophies because we have won really nothing in 20 years. I mean, so what's the real incentive to stay? Get a good paycheck? I don't understand it anymore.
Oregon, you're so right, man. And I've said this so many times. With players out there, right? They every player talks to every player, right? They're a gang amongst themselves. Yeah, they chat. Whether at Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, Chelsea, whatever, right? They talk because they're that sort of elite level.
Right.
We talk in our group chats, don't we? We have a chat.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you not think they're all bleeding talking amongst themselves? And when it comes to the point of when people say, at this point of time in the windows or in the summer, right? And a player's linked with a certain club, yeah, they'll say, like when we had a Aubameyang, yeah, and he buggered off, quite rightly, and fair play to the fella. I don't blame him. Do you not think he's talking to other players and saying, "Don't fucking go to Arsenal. Don't go there. The guy's a prick. He'll out you. He'll disrespect you. Blah blah blah." Yeah, and I've always said this, and I do believe this. When you've got an elite manager of respect, yeah, and I can go back as far as Jules Graham. Jules Graham brought in players, yeah, from second division teams because they wanted to come and play for him because he had respect.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought those players through. Tell me, anybody, you boys, anybody in the chat, tell me one player that Arteta has improved. Tell me a player outside of Arsenal Football Club of elite level. I'm not talking average, I'm talking elite. Who wants to play for him? Tell me.
Not get anyone in. Because we spent $700 million on shit shopping for Hondas and Toyotas, and now it's coming to bite us when we finally go to buy Lamborghinis and Ferraris. But we can't afford them because we spent all the money on crap.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Big up Manu real quick. Before we get to the predictions, he says, big up from Peru, gents. We cannot pretend winning the Champions League or Prem with two wingers of 22, 23 years old. We don't have world-class players, maybe Rice and Gabriel Jesus. We don't have any world-class players, respectfully. We don't have any world-class players. And to answer Jess's question, I mean, if you would have asked me this question, at the end of last season, I maybe could have thrown a couple of names out there to say, hey, these guys have improved statistically. But just in terms of overall form, we've regressed. I mean, and that's just plain and simple. This time last season, we had 50+ points. We're going to be lucky if we get 80 this season, and we're going to be struggling to get top 4. And that is not what anybody wants to see. That's not, people will say, "Oh, TJ, you're being toxic, you're being negative, you need to back the boys." I'll back it when there's something worth backing. And that's just the fact. I will back them when they need backing, and I will shellac them when they need shellacking. And right now, somebody needs to get the belt out.
And we're chasing points. I hate being in a position where we're chasing points.
Yep.
It's like when we don't play, we're essentially chasing points. I mean, I guess you can kind of consider it a game in hand, but not really because not everyone's playing. But City are playing, It just gives them that much more opportunity to go in front of us. I think if Newcastle win, they'll be tied with us on points or something like that. I don't. I haven't.
Let me look. Let me look.
Maybe pull it up. But I hate chasing points. That's why I to be honest, I feel like we've been chasing points since kickoff of week 1.
Yeah, well, the only team that can overtake us this weekend is Tottenham, or this game week is Tottenham. So
that's great, isn't it?
yeah, isn't that fucking great? It's fantastic. And I'm still picking them to win over Man United, even though they're missing half their squad. Yeah, Cubed. Yeah, reach out to them.
No, I'm sorry, and I will say that in a minute. Listen, if Man United do not beat that Tottenham side this weekend with that many injuries and that many people away on international, you got to sack that manager. I'm not even taking the piss. You've got to beat that team for our sake as well. Swear to God, at Old Trafford too.
Just Mama Flossie, 100% correct. Just what we need. Yeah, it's just what we all need, which is why we're doing a watch along for it. We will see you bright and early on Sunday.
Yeah. And Cube, shoot for it, by the way. If you want to message me on WhatsApp, feel free.
Yeah. Don't send him that same video. I think he's already seen it though, Cube. So don't.
Yeah,
don't
probably will be that.
Don't be sending him that same stupid spam that you've been sending me. Okay, guys. We have reached the part of the show where we're going to get to the game week predictions. We are back with the game week predictions. Make sure that you are putting your predictions in the chat. If you want to be part of the incredible spreadsheet, make sure that you are putting it in the comments at the end of the show, and I will add you to the infamous, world famous spreadsheet, people. All right, there we go. All right, it's back, people. It's back. All right, we're gonna go to Jez first. Obviously, okay. You're gonna ask about something else. Great, that's good. That's good because that's not banned. Oh, that's shocking. Let me know how a conversation with you that isn't banned goes. Let me know how that goes. Yeah, big up Talking Beer as usual. Big up everybody in the chat. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure that you are subscribing to Arsenal History and More. CMO03 as well, new to YouTube. Not new to YouTube. He's back. He's back on YouTube, people. Baby. And then, of course, Dal, Oregon Goon. All of the channel links are in the description. Okay. Fulham visiting Chelsea. Let's start with Jezza.
Chelsea, Fulham. I'm going to go on that one. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Chelsea.
Yeah. Chelsea. Proper Chelsea. Connor.
Screw Chelsea, 2-1 Fulham. Listen, they're the shocker the other day, so I'm thinking, do you know what? Let's put my money on Fulham.
Yep. What do you got, Dow?
1-1 draw.
Yeah, Chelsea, your shit. 2-1 Fulham.
Cool.
Can't stand him. Man City visiting St. James's Park.
Ooh. That's a tricky one. That's tricky. Oh wow. Man City. I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2.
I hope so.
I'm going Desmond.
So.
Yeah, have a good game if that's the case.
Yes, please let that happen. Connor, what do you got?
I'm gonna go for a City win. I'm gonna go 3-1. I do think Newcastle's injuries might play in favour for City.
Even Flossie is saying that's a loss.
They've got a lot of injuries.
On.
Yeah, Joe Linton's out. Yeah, but the Cube's right there. Joe Linton is out, but so is Haaland. Haaland's confirmed he's not going to be there. So that might be
KDB's back too, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Dow, what do you got?
I was going to say 3-1, but I'm going to go 2-1 City. 2-0. 2-0. I don't think Newcastle scores. Yeah.
Changing scores.
All right, Mama.
Ooh, dang it. I'm going to go 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Hope strategy. Shout out Maddie. Hope strategy. Newcastle are better at home. Newcastle have dropped some stinkers at home, Indian Gunner, too. Respectfully, bro. They've been
last season.
Yeah, they've had a ton of injuries and suspensions too. So
Arsenal couldn't beat them. somehow.
Good evening, visiting Everton.
Yeah, that's a 2-0 Aston Villa for me.
All right.
I've gone for a 3-0 Aston Villa personally. That's what I'm going for.
Ooh.
I think it'll be a high scorer.
Nobody's giving Everton a chance. Nobody.
Yeah,
What do you got?
Stinkers. They've had some stinkers.
Dice ball not having it, huh?
They've had some
I'm going to
stinkers.
go beyond that. I'm going to go 4-1 Everton, 4-1 Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Aston Villa are shit away from home, dude. I don't know.
That's true. That is true.
I might, guys. You might.
They're
You
not
guys,
losing, though. They're
Hey,
drawing.
listen. Being controversial may get you points, TJ. So
you guys might not like it. Here it comes.
fair.
They're
Gotta
just
be
not great
controversial.
away from home, man. They're not great away from home. They haven't played in a minute. You never know.
Okay.
Game of the weekend, I would say. Tottenham visiting Old Trafford.
Yeah. Banter.
Just
The toilet derby.
Oh man, this is a tough one. Tough. My heart tells me this, something my head tells me another. Oh man, fucking hell. I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1. I'd take it. What do you got, Connor?
2-0 Man United. Fuck Spurs.
Hope so.
Yeah, fuck Spurs.
Hope so, Connor.
I'm sorry, you can't not beat a team that has no Son. Give me 2 seconds. Let me read this out real quick.
I know you're gonna read the injury list because
They've got no Villies, they've got no Ben Davis, no Romero, no Lo Celso, Perisic, Maddison, Solomon, no Basuma, no Pepe Sarr, no Son. If you can't beat that, I'm sorry, you're out of your mind. Listen, I know Man United have got injuries of their own, but you have to beat that. I'm sorry. Like, if they win that, then fair play to Spurs. Real talk. I'd have to hold my hands up and say fair play.
Okay.
Is Onana? You know what? Actually, does it matter if I ask that? Is he in net for that?
He is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And literally, he's got that, and he's got Cameroon the next day. He's got to play for Cameroon.
Okay, so I'm surprised they let him stay. They let him stay that long.
Yeah, P. I don't know if the Cameroon national team were very happy with it. I don't blame him because he's not training.
Yeah.
But you got to beat that side, man. You've got it, surely.
All right, what do you got? Dow?
3-1 United. Fuck Spurs.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, I'm copying off Dow. 3-1 United. Come on. Please. I can't believe I'm asking. I hate United. Please do us a favor.
Comedy with a brace.
This is the type of game I could probably see United trying to get some points out of and winning. I really do think that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, United made it a game when they played against Tottenham earlier in the season. They made it a game. If Rashford would have finished his chances, it would have been a completely different game, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
McTominay's out there and has a good game. He's going to control the midfield. There's just no doubt about it, especially with the injuries the Spurs have.
God, McTominay is either okay or bad.
Right, but he's having
he's
shit season than he's had before.
I don't care if he scored that many goals. He is do you know what?
I'm not rating him, guys. I'm just saying.
On the ball, he is absolute dog. Yeah, how he started that club is beyond me.
Big up 44 Teams TV. Big up everybody inside. Make sure you're smashing the likes up.
I wish it would be 5-0 Arsenal, but that's not going to happen. Crystal Palace coming to the Emirates. We'll start with Jez. This is a 6:30 a.m. for us, by the way. This is an early game, so I get to get up bright and early and do a watch along for that shit. Go ahead.
4:30 a.m. here.
Yep.
Arsenal Palace, never an easy game, but with all the hype in, suntans, looking good, hair flicks, hugs, all good. I'm going 2-0 Arsenal.
There we go. Let's get some positivity back in this fucking thing. Connor.
That's about to change. It's going to be a Desmond 1-1. It's going to be a low block Crystal Palace. We won't be able to break them down. Then they'll get us on the counter. It'll end 1-1. Same shit. We're in Dubai chilling, and it'll be the same stuff. 1-1.
Oh, God.
Sorry about that, boys.
You're negative.
Dal, are you
Yeah, I'm negative. Sorry, you're just being toxic and
You're so
negative. Toxic and negative. Yeah. Even if Elise and Elise are out, I don't trust us, man. I don't at this point.
I thought they were supposed to. I thought Ise and Elise were supposed to be back.
Well,
but I could
even
be
worse
I could be
chances.
wrong.
Well, I'll take Elise right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it is. Swap deal
Yeah,
with
what do you got?
Nketiah, but I know nothing. Anyway.
Yeah, taking Nketiah. Maybe he'll be playing against us. Go ahead.
I am overly optimistic from this incredible team building experience they're having in Dubai right now, eating golden steaks, helping their beautiful model girlfriends late at night into the wee hours of the morning, drinking champagne and wine and yeah, but mostly getting to shag their hot girlfriends. 4-0 the Arsenal. Let's get it.
Fuck no. We win 4-0. Jesus Christ.
Hey, they're going to be refreshed, bro. All what they're doing in Dubai right now, all the food, I said again,
If we don't win, I'm expecting a rant.
alcohol.
If we don't win, I'm expecting a rant from you, Dow. I'm expecting the biggest rant you've ever
If
produced.
we lose 4-0,
No,
I'm
if we
taking
just
the
lose
mic
the
out.
game.
we lose. I'm going 4-0. Yes, Manic, I am going 4-0.
I'm gonna take the mic out right here. This is it. This is how you know I'm serious right now. I'm copying Flawless a little bit here, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. Here. If I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, shower, shave, the other S as well, and do a watch along, and these motherfuckers lose to Crystal Palace, you will see this channel get banned from YouTube. I'm going 3-1 to the Arsenal. If it's any less, I will be fuming. Thank you for listening.
Connor, sorry, TJ. I've got to say this, man. I give you the ultimate respect. To get out of bed, right, from your lovely wife, yeah, and you know, cuddling up to your lovely wife and to watch this shit.
That was even worse off. That's got to be about 4:30 a.m. in the morning.
And I'll tell you what. I have a very beautiful wife too. God damn it! And I do this
I mean,
For the content, man.
for the content.
for doing that, because at the end of the day, you know, I've been married for 34 bloody years.
Wow.
Even now, I wouldn't get out of bed for my wife to watch shit. Honestly, I wouldn't bother. I'd rather be in bed and like, thank you very much, cheers. Go up, because the nice thing is, she bring me breakfast in bed. Thank
Hey,
you.
that is nice. See, there you go. There you go. And Indian Gooder says I'm watching this shit at 4 a.m. currently though. Hey, you know what? That's facts.
Shit is this?
That's facts.
That's
All right.
That's respect to the Indian Gooner. Fair play.
Big up. Thank you for your support, Indian Gooner, every time, man. Every time. All right, Forrest visiting Brentford. Let's wrap this up. This is next weekend's fixtures, guys, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey,
What do you got, Jez?
I could do 1 a.m.
Brentford Forest. That's gonna be an interesting one. Brentford. Iffy. I'm gonna go a 2-1 nick for the Forest.
Mm.
All right, Connor.
My boy Ivan Toney's going to be back. I think
Yeah.
Brentford are going to win. I think he's going to be scoring, and I think we need to sign him. So because I think Ivan Toney's going to be back, I'm going to go for 2-1 Brentford. Sorry, Yeti.
Yeah, no, he's sending Scud missiles to your house now. What do you got, Dom?
You can just see Yeti with his like goggles on, shooting a fucking rocket launcher. How do you sin bin bastard?
Yeah.
That was not a good impersonation. Oh no, man! Fuck Brentford. 2-0 for us.
Oi.
No, 2-1 for us.
That's my local.
2-1 for us.
That's what 2-1. I'm gonna go with you, Jez. Yeah, I know, Connor. You
You can't be saying fuck Brentford if you get Ivan Toney. You can't be doing that.
I
We
heard
need-
Brentford is the posh end of London, so I stand correct.
no, it's fucking not. Jesus, no. Chelsea's probably where you want to be going.
I
If I go
thought
somewhere
Chelsea
punch,
were
maybe.
neighbors. Chelsea.
Well, I won't go
followed-
Brentford. No way, get mugged.
Well, 2-1. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Forest. They're naked because I believe in Nuno, and in fact, Nuno I would take right fucking now over Arteta.
No, jeez.
damn.
All right, and I'm not opening. I'm not even opening that can.
Oh,
That's a
that can of
conversation. That's a conversation for an entire other stream. I'm not even gonna engage on that one.
Big facts.
I'm going 3-1. I'm going 3-1 Brentford. I think Tony's gonna give them a boost. They're at home. They've been on shit form. They need to bounce back, and I think this is the game to do it. So I'm going 3-1 Brentford. Man, we're differing this. We're not all agreeing this time. I kind of like this. West Ham visiting. We'll probably all agree on this one. West Ham visiting Sheffield United. They are shit. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going 3-0 West Ham, man.
Yeah. What do you got, Connor?
Well, they're missing Kudus, which is big for them, I think, and I think Bowen might be out as well. So I think West Ham will still win it, but I might just go for a boring 1-0. In all honesty,
Okay.
bit boring, but I'll go for a 1-0.
Yeah, without those players, they're definitely a little more limp in attack. I'm going to go 2-0.
Yeah.
West Ham.
I'm going with Jazz. I'm going 3-0. I'm going 3-0. Yeah, I just don't think Sheffield going down. Who asked me if they're who's going down? The same people that were going down at the beginning of the season, I think. Liverpool visiting Bournemouth. Now this is interesting. Well, I guess it's not really interesting, but Liverpool struggle away at Bournemouth. They lost last season at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Are they? What do you think? What do you think, Jez?
I think they're going to sneak it. I think I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game. To be fair, I'm going to go 1-0 to the Liverpool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's unfortunate. What do you got, Connor?
You can just see how shaky Liverpool are going to be without Trent and Salah, just without them being there. And obviously, I think Virgil is going to be a bit of a miss as well. Whether he's back for next week, I don't know. I'm going to go for a draw because I think Bournemouth can actually probably pull it off. I'll go for a 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw.
Okay, I almost see it. That's like a win. I almost put Bournemouth down. All right, draw. 2-2 draw. Totally fine.
Bournemouth.
That's a win for Bournemouth if they can get points out of that. What do you got, Dal?
I think they can do it.
Bournemouth's kind of been Liverpool's bogey team. Am I not?
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I don't. Like I just said,
They are.
they've got
Some
results
games.
against them.
There's been some games where they've got points.
They've won and Liverpool won. They've kind of traded points over the last couple of seasons. Big up, Steve-O. Liverpool was missing Salah because of AFCON.
Yep.
Okay, so the AFCON has started, right? I think Flawless.
It's starting on Tuesday.
The players are all gone, so it's no Salah. I still got to go for a 2-1 Liverpool win. I mean, I know people don't rate Nunes, but he's not, to me, that bad, and Kogi Gakpo's decent. They're just a little more than Bournemouth, but to me, that'll be a good match.
Yeah. Big up, Carl.
Martinelli,
no. I'll take it. Yeah, we'll take it. We've been saying that for a while. AFCON starts tomorrow. See, I don't even know. Ivory Coast. Yeah. See, I should have called Steve and just been like, "Hey, Steve, when does it start?" Yeah, he knows everything about football. I'm gonna go. 2-1 Liverpool. I'm copying. Go ahead and give me shit about it. I don't care. Yeah, 2-1 Liverpool. They'll sneak it. They'll get it out. Last and kind of least, because I really don't care about this game that much. Wolves visiting Brighton. You got it. What do you got, Jez?
Brighton Wolves. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna go on that one. Brighton Wolves. Yeah, Wolves aren't great away. I'm gonna go. Oh, crucky. That's a tricky. I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton.
Okay.
2-0.
2-0. Okay. Connor.
Martin got it on spot, bro. I'm going to go 3-2, Brian. I think it's going to be a goal fest because, both teams can score and both teams' defenses are pretty crap. So I'm going to go for like a big score out. Yeah, 3-2.
All right. Dal.
I'm going to go 3-1 Wolves.
3-1 Wolves.
Wow.
I know. I just
they're missing Huang, by the way. Just let you know they are missing Huang.
Okay, let's go 2-1 Wolves. No, I'm just saying Wang's good.
Read the game notes, bud.
No shit. That's a lot of reading. Yeah, I just think Wolves are a decent side this season. I mean, I know they're probably not that good at home, but I don't like you, TJ. I don't really keep track of they're
Nah, me
winning.
neither.
I don't care less. But I mean, from what I thought, we were worried about playing Wolves before we beat them earlier this season. We did a stream. We were worried about them. I thought, didn't we play them this season?
Yeah, we did.
3-0.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah, we beat them 2-0. 2-0.
2-0. All right. Well, anyway, Wolves. Yeah, I just think they're just a little bit better.
All right.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. And I'm gonna go 1-1 draw on this one.
Nice.
Hipster manager versus Gary O'Neill. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, that was the prediction section of the show. Like I said, make sure that if you want to get added to the infamous spreadsheet, post your scores in the comments after the show, and we will get them added. Let's start taking this out because I'm going to take my lovely wife on a date. Speaking of my lovely wife, and try not to freeze my ass off out there. It's freezing here in the United States right now. It's unbelievable here. I believe it's going to be -5 in Kansas City tomorrow, and that is in Fahrenheit. So I will not be leaving the house.
Yeah.
But I have a nice little bottle. I have a nice little bottle of brown that I'm going to cuddle up next to, and we'll be all right. Connor, shout yourself out, man.
Yeah, great show. Thanks everyone in the chat for tuning in. We've had a lot of people in there today, so really thanks very much for tuning in. Been a really good show. You can find me now officially on YouTube, CMO on YouTube, CMO03. I think if you do the app, so you can find me on there. And TJ's trying his hardest to make me.
I'm trying to highlight him, and it's not letting me or whatever. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. So you can find me on YouTube. Yeah, as Mama Flossie's put there. Thank you very much, Mama Flossie. You can click there, take you straight to my YouTube. I am not doing just Arsenal content. I'm going to be doing loads of other games. I might even cover, after I do the watch along with TJ, I might go ahead and cover the game afterwards on that channel because I want to cover everything football, not just Arsenal. So listen, if anyone in the chat ever wants to come on, no, Steve, you always come on people's channels. You're more than welcome. Guys, you know, on here anyway, you three, you're always welcome on the channel as well. Going to really get fans involved in it. I really want to make it more of a hub of football, really get people on. And, you know, I want it to make it something special. And also you can find me on cmo.editing on Instagram, any editing stuff. I do graphic design. You guys can hit me up on there. And yeah, been a great show. And I've really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to the weekend. All I'm going to do is go gym and chill. That's what I'm doing.
There you go. That's good. That's awesome. See, I can figure out this StreamYard thing. Almost a year in, I might be able to figure it out after a year in. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. My co-host with the most, Dal, shut yourself out, my man.
You can find me at Oregon Goon on YouTube and Infamous Dal on IG. And every Friday at 1 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. UK at the American Idiot Show. Every Monday at 7:30 UK time with Tony Claude doing our Premier League show together, which has actually kind of taken off a bit and it's been pretty fun to do. But other than that, I'm just hoping for an Arsenal win, TJ. And I don't want to hear we got other steak to fry.
Yeah.
Please don't. I will. You know what? Here's the thing: is I was going to go out tonight and I was going to get steak, but after seeing that video, I might go for the chicken.
Have you seen the picture? Have you seen the picture? That like AI design picture of that fish to fry thing? Like it's bad. Have you seen it?
Bad. It's bad.
What am I on this 4CQ? How wouldn't you like to know?
It's bad. It's bad.
Oh God.
Cheers, Hybrid. Local Badger. Appreciate that, bro.
Jez, shout yourself out, man. Thanks for coming on. As usual, it's good to have you back on the show. We will have you. I need to reserve you for the year anniversary show, by the way. So I'll reach out to your agent. But go ahead and shout yourself out.
Yeah, man, it's always a pleasure, man. Great show. Go and smash the subs to all these great people. You know, they put the content out. It's bloody hard work. You know, I watched Connor last night. Unfortunately, I was out, but I came in, watched a bit, smashed your like for you, my friend. And I'll be looking forward to coming to your show very soon. 100%. And as always, Dow, legend, known you for a while, top fella, man. And I have to say, TJ, your comment there, cuddling up with a bottle of brown when you can cuddle up with your wife. I mean, come on.
Why not both? Why not both, Jez? Why not both?
Your mom's for a reason.
You know, this is.
I'll send you a picture of both.
No. I think that private, mate. I don't want to see a picture of you. I don't. Your The wife's beautiful. She's lovely. Anyway, yeah, this is quite funny actually. My wife the other day said to me, you know, when you used to get up 30 years ago at 6 a.m, when you were going up to watch games at Old Trafford, Newcastle, where Liverpool, Everton, wherever. And I said, yeah. She said, would you do it now? And I went, hell no. I couldn't be asked.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, it was like an excitement factor. It was like, I want to, you know, can't wait to get out with the boys, get up there, blah, blah, you know, all the excitement. Much as I love my football club, much as I do, I can't be bothered anymore to do all that excitement. It's just not there with me. But it's been an exciting time. I have to say, in my life, it's been a great time. What I'm seeing right now doesn't excite me at all. And that's a sad thing for me to have to sit here and say in front of you people and the lovely people in the chat, because, you know, I've given everything to this club. It's cost me a bloody fortune. And the fact now that I sit here very unhappy and I have dramas with it, and it's getting to the point where I can't be asked anymore. Seriously. And that, I think, is painful for me, because I sometimes think I love streaming. I do. I get it. I love it. I absolutely love it. But sometimes I think, you know, what's the bleeding point? What is the point? Because at the end of the day, it's a situation of there's too many people out there that really don't give a shit. Even though we try and change that mindset, I don't think it's ever going to change, sadly.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm very disappointed in all of you boys.
Uh-oh.
You haven't noticed my goatee.
To say
I
something.
swear to God, I swear to God, Jez, I literally just saw it like 5 minutes ago, and I said, "Should I bring it up?" Yes or no? I literally just seen it.
I was going to bring it up because a man's facial hair is his identity, so I don't want to.
Great choice. Great choice. And Connor, that actually reminds me, Connor, is I gotta send you updated photos for these thumbnails, because I look like 12 years old in those.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
And this beard ain't going anywhere, fella.
Yeah,
This beard ain't going anywhere.
I'm keeping this growing now. This is now. I shaved it off. Listen. This is nothing right now. It does go a bit longer, but I remember I shaved after New Year because I thought I'm gonna. It's been going now for about 3 months now. I thought we were shaving.
Connor, at least yours isn't grey.
It's very true. I mean, I'd rather have actually some hair than none. I look like an absolute idiot right now. So we'll get there eventually. We'll get there. You know, I'm only 20. We're pushing for it. But
when I grew, I won't lie to
you.
Boys. When I started growing this in the new year, right? And my wife was away with my couple of my daughters for a couple of days, and she came back. I said, "What do you think of my goatee?" And she said, "It looks shit."
Very nice.
So that's nice. She said, "Well, it's all grey." She said, "When you had one years ago, back in the early 2000s, it was nice and all black." She said, "You look like a tramp." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
I love it.
Quality.
Oh my God. Quality.
That's
all right.
I noticed it,
That
Jez.
is love.
Are you going to let it all grow out?
Yeah, it's a bit still growing, man. Give me a chance. I mean, it's only been a week. You know what I mean?
I'm giving it a chance, Jez. I'm giving it a chance.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody who watched on Arsenal History and More. Thank you so much, Jez, for the simulcast. As usual, make sure that you are smashing the likes on both channels, and of course Dal and Connor's YouTube channels as well. We did hit 700 subs. We are on the way to 1K, people. So go ahead and share the channel around. What are you saying, Dal?
Well, I'm just saying we got to say happy birthday to someone too. Someone's father's birthday. Aaron Cole's happy birthday.
Okay.
Alan.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Alan Partridge. Yeah,
Happy birthday, Alan Partridge. Yeah, that's great. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday. That's awesome.
Birthday,
Yeah.
man.
And wait a minute. Sorry, I totally lost my train of
Sorry,
thought.
sorry.
I'm so happy for that guy, and it's his birthday.
1K subs. 1K subs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're going to 1K people. So just make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and make sure that you tune in on Sunday when me and Connor will be destroying Tottenham Hotspur
Fingers
and Man
crossed.
United.
Fingers crossed.
Please. I can't believe I'm cheering for United. It's ridiculous.
And we know you'll all be tuning in as well, you Spurs fans, Scots. You'll all be here. We know you will.
It's on the spot.
Yep. And then and then hopefully, and then thank goodness these two teams play each other, because then I can at least cook Staffy or Jacob on American Waffle on Monday evening. So make sure that you guys are tuning in on Staffy TV. I'm actually going to redirect you to Staffy TV right after this. You can catch me over on Sarcasm City next week. I was out this week just because I wasn't feeling well. Connor absolutely slapped on there. So go over to Sarcasm City TV and watch him and Tony Claude absolutely rip it up. And then we'll be back next week for another episode of the American Idiot Show. So until then, people, come on, you Gunners. Don't take steak from anybody that you don't trust. And we'll talk to you later.